So this is our
Hello.
Jared. Hi. There we go. Okay. Okay.
I guess
Let's do this. So let us start with prayer. There you go. Cool.
I don't know if I've said it yet.
I don't know if you have either. Would you like to say it?
I can. Father in heaven, we are grateful for this day, and we are grateful for all the many blessings that you have given to us. And we are so grateful for this opportunity we have to meet to discuss our schoolwork. And we pray that the Spirit can be with us today to help us to understand and to complete our work. We are so grateful for this university that gives us this opportunity to learn not just temporally but spiritually. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen. Thanks. All right. So just to start off, questions we may have in preparation for the exam. Preparing for the exam. If you're unable to answer a question, be sure to send that question to your teaching assistant or instructor. Cool. So let's look at the the test prep really quick. Pull that up.
Is it the exam 1A review?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I was looking at that the other day, yesterday with the tutor. And it didn't look. It looked pretty much like what we've been doing.
Wait, are we looking at that or the instructions for Google Hangout?
Both. Yeah, so
Just look at both of those.
yeah, so I
Just to go like real quick
this
to
is
the
okay,
prep
I'm in the wrong
and see if
week.
you have any questions about it.
Yeah. It would help if I had week 6.
Do you guys have the unit circle memorized?
Just about. I do.
I didn't like try to memorize it, but
Uh-huh.
I think I've almost got it just from using it so much.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Patterns and stuff.
yeah, the patterns are super helpful.
Yeah.
For sure.
I have the degrees down.
Hi, Megan. Take a cookie.
I mean, if you insist.
Love the Perry shirt.
Mhm.
So like with the circle, I got the degrees down because it's easier for me than having to memorize it to the video or whatever, and then I just change it to like.
Okay. So this is what I'm looking at, the exam 1A review.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just, I think if we just look through this and if you guys have questions or don't know how to do something, we can talk about it, but
Okay.
do you want to look through?
I think 1 and 2 are pretty simple. It's like what we did the first week.
Yeah. Yes. They're plate right here.
Oh, I see them now.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's good you're getting them now because they're not going to be there in like 10 minutes.
Oh, was that?
Do you guys mind if I pop the door open for a few minutes?
No, go ahead.
It's just warm enough. Not that it's much warmer outside, but cooler. Yeah.
Okay.
I think like for me the hardest part is gonna be the graphing.
The graphing. I would agree with that, yeah.
I can do math, but I cannot do graph.
Yeah.
Like these are all pretty easy. This is just memorizing the unit circle, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you guys on like a graph in the like a section 5.3?
The graphs is fine. So that's probably the one that I am the worst at, just knowing what each part of the equation does. Yeah, exactly. That's the part I get confused with. But I don't know a good way to. How are you with that?
I was okay this morning when I was doing the problem. Like, it helped me. I watched like a video on YouTube or something that explained it pretty well.
Is there a video that he has on that, on graphing sine and cosine? Any idea?
I think I watched. I don't know if it was through the school. I think it was just what I found on YouTube.
Yeah. Because I think that would probably help me a lot. Eating your phone.
But you understand like where what the amplitude, or I'm sorry, amplitude period and all that stuff means.
Yeah, I just get confused on which part does what.
Okay.
Like, I just need to memorize.
Here's a little thing I found online. Basically, every transformation is summed up like in this block here.
Oh. Can I take a picture of that?
Yeah. That helped me read this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, this laptop's heavy.
Yeah, it's like huge
That's a big
laptop.
one.
Whoa. Man, this is a laptop.
This is like my getting schoolwork done thing, and that one's like entertainment.
Yeah.
I usually don't move it, but
Yeah.
it's a workout carrying it around.
Oh, yeah, your poor back. Yeah, let me look. Oh, yeah, and that has a different part labeled. Cool. Yeah. So I think that's something for me I'll study tomorrow. With go to the
There's
math lab
basically
again.
there's the negative sign in front of it will indicate that it's flipped across the y-axis or the x-axis.
Yeah.
Amplitude is like the distance from the center to the top of
The
it,
top.
or the center to the bottom.
Right. Is it from the center or is it between the two?
So like
curves?
normal sine, it goes from like -1 up to +1. So the amplitude is, I think it's 1. That would be normal because it goes from the center to the top of the.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. That makes sense. Ooh, thank you.
I'm helping.
Also, do you need that pan?
No, I don't.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Why? You think I have to rewrote it or what?
The period is.
Well. The period you said?
That one's
You-
just like the accordion thing.
Yeah. So that one. Yeah, that one's not. I don't have a problem with that one. It's just. Yeah, just how the width, I guess, of one whole thing. So.
And the one inside the parenthesis is left and right movement.
On the x-axis.
And the other one is like just
It's y. Right. I think my hardest thing is knowing. I get confused, like knowing which order to do it in. Because then I move it once, and then I don't know.
Just do whatever is more comfortable to you.
Yeah, I think the first week I was trying something like BCAD because I read somewhere that it's the easiest thing to do. But then today, when I did it, I just did ABCD.
I like ABCD.
Yeah.
Because A and B change the shape of the graph, and then with C and D, it's just moving it.
Yeah.
It's the same shape.
Makes sense. A and B changes shape, and then everything else. Words of wisdom. Write that down.
Then if it's negative, it's just upside down.
Right.
Or not upside down, but reflected.
Cool. All right. Anything else for that exam review?
Let me work on it. No, the relationship between the different trig functions.
Do we need to graph the inverse?
For which one?
Do we need to know how to graph the inverse?
I mean, sure wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had a problem where we've had to graph the inverse yet. We just have to
We
know.
found it without a calculator, but not graphed it. And it doesn't specifically say you know how to graph the inverse.
That'd be helpful, like watching a video or something. YouTube teaches me way better than I learned.
Really?
Yeah. Just comparison.
That's awesome.
Like I haven't really looked at the book very much at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's all I've looked at.
I do every now and then like get a definition, but
Yeah.
if I can see someone
It's true. Yeah, I learn a lot better that way. Okay.
so you want to look at the questions for this.
Yeah, let's look at the extension problems. Find the six trigonomic ratios in simplified form given A equals 3 and B equals 7.
So is that just the two lengths of the triangle? A equals B, C.
Is it talking about our triangle? Yeah.
If it's not, I'm lost.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't specify, but I guess that's the only thing it could be. And the ratio refers to, is that like gradients? No.
Trigonomic ratios, six trigonomic ratios. I think that's just like cosine, sine, tangent. all
Is
those
that what
things.
it's called? Like a trigonomic ratios. Our sine.
I think so.
Well, there's 6 of them, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting the 6 for that.
Yeah.
And
then
Okay, well then this should be super easy if we're looking at a right triangle.
Yeah, for any right triangle, there are 6 trig ratios: sine, cosine, tangent. Yeah.
Yeah. So C is always the hypotenuse, right?
I think so.
Okay. And so we can figure out A squared plus B squared equals C squared, right?
Mhm.
That'll give us the length of
So
hypotenuse.
A is 3.
3 squared plus 7 squared equals C squared. So 9 plus 42. Yep, 7 squared
Mhm.
equals C squared. Equals 42. Square root of 51.
Because I would just take the square root of everything and then I would just add them up. But I guess
Do what?
No, it would have been 10.
because like if everything is square, a plus b squared plus c squared, I can just take the square root of everything. So this shouldn't be square, should it? Is it? And then it would just be a plus b.
I think it's different if you.
I have never done it
Cancels
that way.
I think it's different. Because if you had 2 plus 3, like 2 squared plus 3 squared, 2 squared is 4, and then 3 squared is 9.
Nine.
So 4 plus 9 is 11. And so that would
13.
equal up. Yeah, sorry.
Pretty good.
13. So it'd be 13. But if you did it, and then you would take the square root of that to find it. But if you did it the other way, like 2 plus 3 is 5. And
Square root of 5, yeah.
square root of 5.
Is this one here?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Glad you're using a calculator. And what's, let's see, so 50, yeah, 58 equals 2 squared.
So C is like 7.6. 7.62.
I totally forgot I had something in the microwave.
Oh, it's BB.
What?
Is that what it is on the calculator?
Mm-hmm. It's 7.62. If you did it the other way, it would be 10.
I guess it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. So, okay, so now we know A, 3, B, 7, C is, what did we say, 10.7.62?
There's 7.62.
Well,
Are
okay,
you sure? I don't think that's right.
hold on, because the hypotenuse is always longer.
I think
Then
C
the-
is not square. Yeah,
it's always
longer than
it's
the
always
legs.
longer than the legs. By more than just 6. So I think it might be 10. Because here's what I was doing. So if you have 58 and you factor it, the square root of 58, you can factor out the 49, which square root of 49 is 7, right?
Maybe C isn't always
And
the
then-
hypotenuse. I don't know.
For,
Look it up.
yeah.
Isn't it just like b squared plus a squared equals c without being squared?
No,
It's A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Yeah, it's always squared. Jared, tell me if this makes sense.
Okay.
So if you have, so if you do solve for this, you got 3 squared plus 7 squared equals 6 squared, right?
Mhm.
So that's 9 plus 49 equals 6 squared, which is 58. 9 plus 49 plus 9 is 58. And then you square it. So then you can't. That's not. You don't get a perfect square root out of that, but if you factor it, go
Okay.
square root of 49, which is 7, and then you're left with, you take 49 minus 50, or 58 minus 49 is 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. Does that make sense? Is that,
I think we were right, guys. Like the first time with
Wait, what are you
7.62.
Factoring it is multiplication.
so, not factoring it, so if you, like to get the square root out of something, you can take the whatever, you can break it up
It
into
would be
whatever
like
does factor,
2 divided by
or does not
29
does factor, is a prime number.
is
Not is a prime
2.
number. What are these? What are
I
these
thought it
called?
had to be like whatever could be multiplied.
So I did what
Not
you're
like
talking
adding.
about, and it's gonna be 2 square root of 29, and 29 is a prime number, and it won't go more than that. But I know
So what's the answer
that
that you got?
it would be the same 7.62, which is 2 square root of 29. So we're right. Like I guess I mean it is longer than the other ones, even though it's just like by a few points.
I was thinking like, let's say this is 144. You could
Yes,
factor it
I
into
also Googled
square
it,
root of
so
12
it's right.
times square root of 12. I think it is multiplication.
It has to be, okay. Okay,
But yeah, that's the answer. So we were right.
Okay, you just plug it in there.
oh wow, there you go.
Oh, that's neat.
1.62. Okay,
Like I said, I hope this is right. This is how I've been doing it. all
Yeah, I
semester.
guess it doesn't really matter if it's just like a point something as long as it's bigger.
I think you were on the right track there, but it has to be multiplicated. Whatever. Yeah.
sorry to struggle. Okay, so with that, we've got,
Like you could factor it into like 2 and 29.
But then 29
Yeah.
wouldn't go further than that.
so with that, the question was find all 6 trigonomic ratios. So C is our opposite. Are we looking? Actually, we don't really know what we're looking at, do we? So are we looking at are we looking at which angle?
Just pick one, I guess. They don't
Does
really
it?
specify.
Okay,
Let's do angle 37.
because we know that one. 90 degrees. So in that case, C is our opposite. A is hypotenuse, and B is adjacent, right?
I don't know how that works with the 90 because the hypotenuse has to be the longest, and so it cannot be the opposite.
Oh yeah, how does that work?
I think because we never take the angle of a 90. We
No.
never look at
Because
the.
it's just 1 and 0, I think,
Yeah.
in the circle. So it would be like undefined if you try to do it.
Yeah.
Let's choose another
So
color.
let's choose the CUB angle. And just look at it for that. So
Which one's B? That is
7.
All right. So the hypotenuse would be
Is still 7.62.
okay.
Adjacent is B is 7, and opposite is 3.
Okay.
Okay, sine is what over what?
So it would be 3 over 7.62.
Opposite over hypotenuse. Yep. 0.62. And then cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So 7 over 7.62. Tangent is adjacent 7.
It's opposite of
Opposite of- Yeah. Cosecant is 7 over 6. I mean 7.62 over 3.
It's six.
So this is reading numbers. Yeah, and then these are just the inverses, like seven. Okay. Do we all understand that?
Yep.
Cool. Let's go on. Next up,
Graph with all parts.
okay. So, oh, sorry.
And it's so looks like this, right?
Yes. So there's tangent. Surprise. To make it negative, we do. Does it become
I think
cosecant?
it flips from this to this because you're flipping it over this axis.
Uh-huh.
This line would come down here. There.
So, question: is negative tangent the same as cotangent?
Um,
Because cotangent looks like that.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Yeah, because it is 1 over tangent. So
Okay, cool. I'm following it so far. Then you flip it, and then what does the x do to it?
yes, that's really
X doesn't do anything. Okay, then let's look at the negative pi over 3.
good.
To the right, pi over 3.
So this end will be pi over 3, which is now
Actually, I think cotangent is different than other. Cotangent, it's not doesn't go through 0.00.
Doesn't?
Yeah, it like is infinitely approaching 0. Whatever it gets to. Like
Do you have a picture?
yeah, it's like here. So like, so there's tangent would look like that. Negative tangent just flips it.
Yeah.
But then cotangent is that.
it looks the same, but it's moving.
Yeah, it looks the same, but like instead of going through 0, it like never touches 0.
Okay.
Whereas this one like never touches pi. think it's close.
Interesting. Okay.
Or
I'm like, you can see it. So it told me wrong. This is what I did with the tutor, man. I fixed that.
tutor told you that?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Can I contrast?
Okay, so this is a little bit more sketchy. So this one would be
So it's moving over
Pi.
a third of pi.
A third of pi. So let's say pi is over here. So it's moving over
What?
that. Right? That's plus. Yeah. And then we do plus 2, which is vertical, moves it up by 2, right? Uno, dos.
and it's really moving the piece. So you remember the move that one here and then you move that.
So this is what I got. Just show me. See if you guys know. So the original one is this. So I flipped it and then moved it over.
Didn't you move it a lot? Because P over 3 is just like 30 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
And that looks like you
Never
move
mind.
it a whole like 100.
That's pi
That's
half.
90
It should be like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I moved it. So it should be here and then moved up.
That by 2. Yeah,
like,
but that's it.
So like right here or something.
Yeah, I kind of did a rough sketch,
Something
but I
like that.
have points.
Mhm.
I was actually trying to get measurements and stuff. I'm sure it would have better.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, that's essentially.
As long as we know how to do it.
Yeah,
What
but
I
it
got.
will never touch this one. And then it will be
I'm gonna check on here.
6.
Okay. I probably have to leave in like 20 minutes. The next one, y equals -2.
Now the periods, I hate it. I don't really know
Alright,
how
yeah,
to
I guess
write.
this is what it's supposed to look like. So
Yay! Can you put the one with the period on it?
yeah. So
I can't believe how flat that goes.
I know.
I was
I
like,
know.
did you just broke it?
Ah. I know. I don't know why. I've never seen a laptop that does that.
I like it though.
Alright, so for this one,
16.
we have something like this. It starts off like that. That's what needed. 2. Do you know how to find the period?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cause cosine goes out to 2 pi and
So the
negative 2.
period will be
No.
Period is up and down, like stretched like that.
Period. No, I think that's the
No.
amplitude.
Yeah,
you're talking
period
about.
is.
Oh,
like-
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Like, wait, hold
I'm
on.
just saying the
I'm
wrong
gonna
words.
throw off my world. I saw my trick.
I knew what I was
Before
talking
my
about,
eyes.
so you should too.
You should know.
You're gonna have to hang around a lot more for us to read your mind. Yeah. Yeah. So cosine. So this is 2 times pi. This is pi. That's 2 pi. So if you just did one period of cosine. Oh,
Sine.
we're looking at dang it.
But yes, that would be right.
This is cosine, in case you're wondering. Oh.
Just do this kind of run. There we
There we go.
There we go. That's exactly what I have.
Yay. That's what it looked like originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, Megan, I think that smells better than my cookies.
I don't know, man. I think that just makes me hungry.
Well, probably that too.
Owie. Stop, man. I think I got water in my oil.
It would be instead of 2 pi, it would be 1 pi. I kind of like this.
So, what does the 2 do to it?
Okay, so the 2, which one? The first one?
Yeah.
That is the amplitude.
Okay.
So,
So you're gonna
then
stretch instead of this is like this is
This is
1.
gonna shrink it.
So that's 1.
So it's gonna.
Stretch -1.
Is it really?
Yeah.
And it's gonna smash it.
No, that's the period. We're talking about the amplitude. Put the 2 in front of the scale. There you go.
There's this one that we take out, and this 2 smashes it. The other
Yes,
2. Okay,
exactly.
that's what I meant.
Because, so remember that when you do the period, it's like 2 pi divided by that number.
Mhm.
So it would be the period would be 2. It would be pi. It wouldn't be 2, it would be pi.
Another way to think of it is like, you see this point right here. So this is like pi, and that's negative pi. So that's 1 period there.
Is that pi or is that 1?
That's pi.
Because the x, that's what confusing because it doesn't have number, it has the unit
On
symbol.
on both the x and the y axis?
No,
No, the y-axis has numbers.
Oh, you're referring to yeah. So yes, I do.
Oh, yeah, so
I
there's
am familiar with
pi.
that. Sorry, I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about like on the y axis.
So there's negative
Got
pi. Then when I put this 2 in, if you look at the points,
It just increased by
It would be this point that you were
pi over 2.
yeah, so it just shrinks it.
Cool. Alrighty. Coolio. So should we do number 3?
Yeah.
Find cosine of theta given that sine of theta equals 1/4 and theta is in the second quadrant.
Ooh. Wonderful.
Okay.
So that's
Oh.
not actually in the unit circle.
No, so you just put it on scene. Just use this formula. It's gonna be
What is that?
that's the degree. So it's 14 degrees. And then you do cos of the answer. That would be the
Do that again.
I think there's like multiple ways to do all of these things.
Yeah.
So how
yeah.
I do it, because sin of the angle is equals to 1/4. To be able to put this one in here, you just do the sin by the negative power, the inverse, and you put that in there. And you just have to plug it in the calculator. and that will give you that
Of theta.
of theta. Does that make sense?
How do you know that? How do you know to do that?
Because this is the inverse, and that's what the inverse does.
Gives you
Yeah. So if you have
the inverse gives you what?
the inverse gives you the answer of the angle.
Let's use your bathroom really quick. Where is it at?
Let me
Okay, what else is open? I'm sure.
that is that
The lounge.
yeah. Is that what? Okay.
I just-
I'll show you. It's right. I just have to be so yeah, like. But we're almost done. Yeah, we'll just we'll be fine. Yep.
So the inverse of any like trigonometry ratio, whatever the name of it, it's just flip things around. So the inverse of sin is gonna be equal to the angle, while sin is gonna be equal to whatever this is, which is okay, maybe like this way. So sin angle equals to O over H, right? You know,
Opposite over.
so the opposite, the inverse of sin, which that's what it means. It's just the inverse would be OH.
Yeah.
So if you ever have something like this, you just have to take the
I'm just
inverse,
walking
which
around.
is this here. No, you can plug it in.
Right.
And it's gonna give you an A, which was like 14.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so you know that this is like 14 point something, which, but it says it's in the second quadrant, which means that it should be larger.
What's the equivalent in the second quadrant? Like what's the degree that you got?
So
Was it the 14 degrees? Yes. Mhm. Yeah, so that works.
And then you get the cos.
Hello. Well, look at your sweatshirt. It looks so like formal.
Yeah.
Like it's
Oh, really?
yeah, I really like it. Like, so what is that?
I was like, what is that? So it will
Yeah.
be -1.
-1/4.
Sweet. That's pretty
Cool.
good. Like,
That's how
Yeah,
you
that
do
works.
it.
So, okay, last one. You ready? And then I gotta peace out. And then my laptop's about. Ooh, it's great about to die.
so weird. I'm swollen on my left
Okay,
side,
do you know how to find that without a calculator?
And I just finished these 2 assignments that are due Saturday.
So do I.
So like, it's so
Do
weird.
we? Yeah.
There's ups and downs. It's never just the same.
All right.
Oh no, I bogged down. Oh wait.
Can I peace out?
Oh yeah, there's nothing to do.
Okay. Do you know how to end the?
For next week? So that I
I'm
can.
not too sure.
I like to say that you just stop. Yeah. All right. Bye.